day 12. We made it 12 days and 12 videos. I would like, if you watched every single one, to comment down below and tell me what your most favoriteest Christmas creation was. Although, technically the 6th one wasn't much of a thing that we taste tested at all, because it wasn't a final product. It was something that we put in other products. Gingerbread spice. It works pretty good. Let me know how it worked for you. Right now we got some. We went through countries earlier and just did a few random treats, or like last episode we did just a regular like side dish. Now we're gonna bring it to the USA kinda with a country if you want to do that, and we're gonna do our home usual Christmas dish. Most Christmas mornings, every Christmas morning stuff, when we do this, we always make some nice cinnamon rolls. So that's what we're making. We're going to be making our homemade cinnamon rolls. Let's get started. So, we got a lot of different flours this time. We're not going to use our own flour mix. We're going to use, well, the ingredients that we put in the flour mix. So, what we're starting with is going to be some tapioca starch, or flour, it's up to you. This is 3/4 cup, so we're going to put that in. Next up, gonna be here. This is some millet flour. Now the millet flour, we got a 1/2 cup in here, so we're gonna put that in there. Going kind of fast, so we might want to pause it occasionally, you know. Okay, now we got some sorghum flour. Actually, the millet flour was not in our flour mix. Anyways, sorghum flour. We also got a 1/2 cup, and we're putting that in there. And last of the flours, we got a 1/4 cup of brown rice flour. There you go. Anyways, we're going to put that aside now. 2/3 cup warm water. 1 teaspoon sugar. Some yeast. Okay, so we're going to do 1 teaspoon. And just a little bit more. It is 1/8 teaspoon. Set it aside. Okay, coming back to this bowl, where we have our flour mixture, we're going to get some brown bag psyllium husk powder, named up here. 2 tablespoons in it. We're getting some more sugar. We're going to need also 2 more tablespoons. Don't worry, that's not the only sugar we're going to be adding. We're going to be adding a bit more even later. Otherwise, you know, cinnamon rolls, you gotta have cinnamon sugar. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So a 1/2 teaspoon and a 1/4 teaspoon is what I have here. Put that in there. And then we're gonna put that aside there. And we're gonna get the big bowl. This is where we're gonna mix everything into. Okay, hey, you remember that pizza video that I made a while ago? Well, I got some garbanzo bean liquid and I dumped it in there. Well, we're going to do the same. We're going to do a 1/4 cup of the liquid. There, 1/4 cup. I'll save this for next time we make some pizza. Or how about when we actually make cinnamon rolls? Coconut milk. Now, you've seen me use a lot of it during this series. But I'm using it again. Coconut milk is definitely very delicious. We are going to be using 3.5 tablespoons of coconut milk. That's 1, 2, 3. And these measuring spoons don't have a 1/2, so I'm going to be using 1.5 teaspoons. And just rinse these off because we'll need these later. And by later, I mean now later. So, I have butter right here. Now, I have melted it, but I'm not going to be using all of it inside. I'm going to be using a little bit of it later. So we're going to do 3 tablespoons of butter. 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Then we're going to do a half a tablespoon of maple syrup. Okay, got my 3 bowls here, and now it's time to combine them all. So let's add the flour mixture into this wet mixture. And then add the yeast mixture into this. And just mix it up until it's a nice dough. So the dough was just a tad bit of a little bit too liquidy, so I just sprinkled a little bit of sorghum flour in it, mix it up again, and now it's good. So now we're going to flatten it up into a rectangle. So the best thing to put inside cinnamon rolls is cinnamon, of course, otherwise how the cinnamon rolls. But then you also want to add a little bit of sweetener, so we're going to add some sugar. So cinnamon sugar. So put some sugar in a bowl, a little bit of cinnamon. Okay, ready for this cinnamon spoon shot? No, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to... Don't do that. It's dangerous. Okay, and mix it up. And once that's all mixed together, then you can sprinkle it on top. But before we do that, we gotta get some butter. That's why we saved some extra. We wanted the cinnamon sugar to stick a bit too, so just brush the butter on top. Then sprinkle the cinnamon sugar on top. Now what you're going to do is take one side of parchment paper, now just put this side, and roll it up. Kind of what I did with tried to do with the Yule log. Get a small pan. And start cutting. There, an even cut, and it's perfectly round. Now just do that to the entire log and just keep putting it in the pan. Okay, so I just made 12 cinnamon rolls. Now you can make them, like, you roll it up more so it's bigger, or make the dough thicker when you roll it up and make bigger rolls, of course. But we're kind of making small ones. That's what we're doing. So what we're going to do also is, here it is, get your cinnamon sugar mixture again and just sprinkle it on top a little bit. Okay, so you're going to put it in the oven, and it's going to be set at 350 degrees, and we're going to put it in there for 35 minutes. And then we're going to put some powdered sugar and water just mixed together into a thin glaze. Then you're going to pour it on top, and now we're going to serve it. So let's not jump. Let's just clap over. Okay, 12 days, and now for the final taste testing. There you go. We got Noah as the taste tester, the final taste tester for Christmas special. So, what do you rate it?
9.
A 9 for a cinnamon roll. 9.5, okay. That's no good for a cinnamon roll. Okay, what about Christmas scale?
I think it's like a 9.
A 9 as well.
It's very Christmassy.
Very Christmassy. It's our tradition, of course. Enjoy the cinnamon rolls. Have a Merry Christmas. Thank you for sticking around for all 12 videos, hopefully, if you watched them all. And I'll see you next year, definitely. But just keep an eye on the channel because you never know what I'm going to post again. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.